possible. So let's get started. So first, we have a little update from the 24th Street Viaduct project. So I'm going to welcome Ryan Chamberlain to talk about that. And then after him, we're actually going to jump right into Make Ogden. The Ogden CBRT folks had a little bit of a conflict this morning, and they are so sorry, so we had to reschedule last minute. But I have a brief update from them, and it just said that in response to business owners' feedback, they have bumped the 25th Street section of the project to early 2022. I know that was a concern for a lot of people because originally it was supposed to start this fall during the holiday season. And then the 23rd Street piece was bumped to spring of 2022. So they're hoping to maybe do a special session in October or maybe before the holidays to catch up with you all then, but they apologize for not being able to be here. So after 24th Street, we'll jump right into the topic.
Well, thank you for having me here today. I'm Brian. Can everybody hear me, I guess, from here? Here to give a brief update on the 24th Street Viaduct project. I was here a couple of months ago, and we talked about the purpose of the project. It's basically we're putting a Band-Aid on the bridge. It's been in service since the 70s. We're trying to get another 20 years of life out of it. It's not going to be rebuilt. It's just sort of what it is, get another 20 years of life out of it. We're repairing potholes on the surface. We are replacing the bridge joints. We're doing a lot of work underneath as well that you won't necessarily see. And then we're also replacing the stairs at the east end with the new pedestrian ramp, ADA accessible ramp. The benefits, we'll have better pedestrian access, we'll have better drainage, a better road surface, and increasing the life of the project, of the viaduct. You guys have been living with it for a number of months now. You should all know that traffic is one-way eastbound on the viaduct. We are closed to westbound traffic. We're closed to pedestrians and cyclists, but we still have a lot of people trying to get through. And hopefully the dust noise and that kind of stuff has not been too bad. Where we're at with the project right now, we started back in April. We are way behind schedule. We should have been done with at least have the road open by now. We've had concrete shortages this summer that have impacted our project and labor shortages as well. If anybody wants to come operate a jackhammer, we would love to take you. As long as you're over 18. Bonneville High School band offered to come do a fundraiser, but they're not over 18, so they can't help us. What we're expecting, I guess, if you've driven through there, the south side of the bridge, we're done doing all the potholes, doing the joints. On the north side of the bridge, we're about 75% of the way done with the pothole patching. A little more joint work on the joints. The pedestrian ramp is really close to being open. So what we're expecting is mid-October, we should be back open to two-way traffic. We have stopped all the work that's going on underneath just to bring all of our crews, the crews that we've got left, to get the top part done, and then we won't be impacting traffic. That's our top priority, is get the roadway back open. So between now and mid-October, we'll continue to do the same thing you've been seeing for the last few months, patching potholes, that kind of stuff. We will have one full weekend closure starting on a Friday night through Monday morning. It'll be shut down completely when we put the new surface on top of the bridge, and then we'll be opening it to two-way traffic after that. You should all be familiar with the detours around the project right now, and here is the contact information, phone number, email, and some stuff on the web, but I'm happy to take any questions from the group. It is a tough job. Hot summer, dusty conditions, yes. But if there are no questions, mid-October, we hope to have it open to traffic. We'll still be working through the fall, hoping to get it wrapped up this winter. We won't be impacting any traffic after that, with the possible exception of some pedestrian impacts, depending on what we get into when we're working underneath. So let me give you that one little caveat there. Okay, Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hi. Okay, so if you want to, do you have anything that you need pulled up? Awesome. Right. So next we are going to hear from the Make Ogden group, aka Damon. So he's going to come and present some information for you on that. And then after that, we'll hear from Ogden Arts and the Nine Rails Creative District and then Visit Ogden. So lots.
All right, thanks. I am not Brandon Cooper, for better or worse. I'm Damon Burnham. I'm the Union Station Division Manager for Ogden City, and I've been participating in the Make Ogden plan from the beginning. I was here in May. I recognized several faces, but for those of you that weren't here, the Make Ogden plan is our general downtown development plan for Ogden. So it is the guiding document that guides all of our development decisions downtown. We have really four major projects that we want to give updates on. The first is the Wonder Block project. For those of you that are aware, that's the old Hostess site. That is moving forward. We're hoping for a Q1 of 2022 start with that in the ground. It's a phased project, so it's going to take quite a bit of time, but that includes public parking. It's a mixed use development, housing, office, retail that should fit very nicely into 25th Street. Recently, I know Kim was there, a few other business owners. The JF McQuinney Group did a virtual tour of their proposed project. Got some great feedback from local businesses there as to how that's going to integrate with 25th Street and some feedback dealing with major issues of back of house service for some of the 25th Street businesses there, as well as how parking is going to integrate and things like that. Our second project, speaking of parking, is our downtown parking study. Essentially, that's in its final stages as well. That should hopefully be wrapped up. Sarah actually probably knows a little more, but we're hoping to get that wrapped up within the next 30 days, I'd say. That is also going to guide a lot of development downtown as to where major parking structures are going to be. It will help roll out our parking plan that will service downtown for the next 20 to 30 years. So that'll be a big thing. We can answer questions about that afterwards as well. Then our third project is our Union Station Master Plan project that's coming out of the Make Ogden plan. It's an extension of that, but it deals more with the Union Station campus. The Union Station campus goes from 22nd Street to 27th Street, from Wall to the rail yard there. This is a major master plan project for us to help us understand what we'd like to do down at the station. Also a major mixed use commercial project with transit oriented services, parking, all of that. So that'll be a major thing. We'll be leaning on ODA and Visit Ogden for feedback from local businesses so that we can get input as we go through that planning process to make sure that all of the businesses have a stakeholder representative there. And then our last, another project that's going on that'll have impact to downtown is the Electric Alley project. This is a project that we're working with a business called Common. They're a shared workspace environment, essentially. It's a mixed use project that has housing element, live work element. It's right along the back there of Electric Alley, and it also has a major parking component. So I know that's kind of quick and dirty. Those are our four major projects. I don't want to take up too much time because I know we've got a lot, but we'll be around afterwards. So if anybody has any questions, we'll be glad to answer those, get feedback, and give more specific information. Any immediate questions for the group? Okay, thank you.
Hi, me again, really fast. I totally forgot to mention that we are in fact recording this meeting. So if at any point you need to leave early, or if you're trying to take notes and you're not writing fast enough and you're stressed out, we will be sending this out next week. So do not fear. Thank you.
Is this a microphone? So feels weird. I'm gonna let Sarah touch on a lot of the development projects. We work pretty closely together with development and art in the Nine Rails, so I'll let her kind of touch on the development, and then I'll touch a little bit on the art that's happening in the area.
All right. Good morning. I'm Sarah Mace. I'm the Business Development Manager for Ogden City. And as Christy said, our two divisions at the city have been working closely together the last couple years on the development of the Nine Rails District, along with a lot of really wonderful community partners. So one of our primary goals for the Nine Rails Creative District was to look at how we could use art to activate spaces within the Nine Rails District. We wanted to bring more art out into the public realm where it becomes part of our community's everyday experience. And so one of the first major projects that we've tackled to try to achieve that goal is the Dumpke Arts Plaza. It is currently under construction at 25th and Ogden. Some of you may know it as the former site of the Courtyard Inn Motel, kind of behind the Bigelow Hotel and directly across from the Monarch. So we are at work on that project currently. We've been impacted by some of the same issues that UDOT mentioned, concrete shortages, things like that. But we are aiming to have the plaza open on November 5th. We'll have a ribbon cutting celebration up at the plaza, and we hope all of you will be able to attend as part of the First Friday art stroll for that evening. I also wanted to share the mission statement that we have for the plaza because I think it's kind of the best expression that we have of what we're trying to achieve with that particular project. The Dumpke Arts Plaza will be an arts-focused community space, a dynamic outdoor gallery, and an intimate performance venue that will inspire creativity, elevate diverse perspectives, and anchor Ogden as a hub for contemporary art. And kind of the way we see that happening is we're working with Weber State to curate installations that will happen at the plaza twice a year. So they'll bring in major installations, display those at the Arts Plaza. They'll be up for about 6 months at a time, and then they'll rotate. So we'll always have something kind of new and interesting coming to the plaza. And then alongside the Weber State installations, we hope to see a lot of community-driven arts programming. The plaza is really designed to support a lot of variety of arts programming. And so we could see community organizations hosting concerts, performances, things like that will happen at the plaza right alongside the Weber State installations. And Christy will share a little bit more information about how you can pursue that if you're interested in hosting programming at the plaza. The other thing I wanted to touch on briefly, Haley mentioned at the start of the meeting that the BRT project will be bringing some improvements to 25th Street, particularly between Washington and Jefferson. And as Haley mentioned, those are going to be starting in January of 2022 or first quarter of 2022. And we're actually really excited about what that will mean for the Nine Rails Creative District. On those couple of blocks, the vehicle space will actually become a little bit narrower, and we'll have more space for pedestrians and public space that can be activated right along the street there. So we're hoping to take advantage of that, build on the kind of expanded public space that's coming in as part of that project, and looking at how we can continue to bring art out into that space and make that a really vibrant, active corridor. So I will turn it back over to Christy.
And I guess I'll start with BRT since she just mentioned that. We've been working for over a year now with UTA on an enhancement project. So UTA is, of course, building the 22 different stations from the front runner station all the way through Weber State and into the hospital campus. There's 22 standalone stations with 13 actual locations. So we're working with Weber State, IHC, Ogden City Arts to put together a BRT enhancement project, which will include art installations at every single one of those 13 locations. And we're working with the Ogden Arts Advisory Committee to put together an RFQ that should go out in October that will be soliciting artists to design site-specific artworks for each of those locations. So that will be coming soon. So we're excited about that. And as far as programming in the Nine Rails District, of course, we just finished the completion of the Don Rimax murals, if you guys have all seen those on Grant Avenue. And we're working with an electrician who will be installing lighting across the top of each of those. So within the next few months, they'll be able to they'll have photo cells on them and it'll shine at night. So we're excited for that. It'll also make the street safer and more vibrant. We just, of course, with private partnerships like ODA and Market Star, finished the Cole Eisenhower mural that's just outside here, or over there, across from the amphitheater, which is really beautiful. We never really noticed that wall before, but when you're down inside the amphitheater and you look up, you can see his mural. So that's really a new inviting part of town. We've got 10 Twilights, of course, as far as programming in the 9 Rails, and we've done 6 and we have 4 more to go. So we're excited about that. I see a lot of our partners in the room, so thank you very much for supporting that. And then working up the street, we've got the corner plaza redesign. We've got that at 90% drawings right now. Hogan Construction, who is the same contractor that's working on the Dumpkey Plaza, has been selected to do that work, but won't be able to start until spring for all of the obvious reasons. The corner. So yeah, our little corner kiosk. That plaza was built, 30 years ago with the little UTA hub, and so it needed some upgrades. So there's an art piece that's going in called Bubble, and it's been designed and approved through the Arts Committee, Planning Commission, and then the plaza will be designed around it. So it'll be kind of a cohesive design with Bubble and the plaza enhancements. And then, of course, working up the street, we have Beacon, which Sarah has a 3D model in her office if you want to stop by and see it. It's pretty cool. So Beacon will be able to draw people up. You'll be able to see it actually hanging out and over 25th Street, drawing people up like we've always been hoping for. So short and sweet.
I have a question. So how is the maintenance and funding of the does that fall under, how does it fund it?
Yeah, so the Dumpkey Arts Plaza is in one of our redevelopment project areas. It's the Adams Community Reinvestment Area. And so we're looking at using some of the tax increment that's being generated by projects in that project area to support kind of the ongoing, the day-to-day maintenance of the plaza. And then we're also looking at securing some additional funding for a reserve fund. So the plaza has a lot of kind of big, unique elements like an LED screen, the lighting system, misting poles, things like that, that we want to make sure we have funds to keep those things working really well and performing really well over the life of the plaza. And so we are looking at requesting some additional funding to be put into a reserve fund so that we can make sure those items get replaced and upgraded as needed. Yeah, we would be looking at contracting the maintenance services for this particular project because it's so unique. There are some service providers in the area that are used to working with that type of public space. So we are looking at contracting out for that service, but funding it through tax increment from the Adams CRA. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the primary funder that we have for the construction of the plaza is the Dr. Ezekiel R. and Edna Wattis Dumpkey Foundation. They've provided us with a really generous contribution to help us build the plaza, but they are also making an endowment to Weber State to fund programming at the plaza. So Weber State has a really nice endowment that they can work from to bring in very high quality art installations for the foreseeable future. Any other questions? All right, thanks.
Okay, so next we have Colt coming to talk to us from Visit Ogden. And this is very exciting and interesting information. I know you are all going to be pumped to hear it because I was when I did. Thank you.
I don't know what she thinks I'm about to say. Hi, for those of you I have not met, my name's Colt and I am from Visit Ogden. I have exciting information I'm about to share. I just wanted to talk to you all about a new program that we have started. I don't know if many of you actually may have been involved with it already, but it's called Bandwango. I know it's a really weird name, but if you may have traveled and used city passes, brewery passes, things like that you can download and get deals or prizes and things like that. Well, most likely they were ran through this platform, right, called Bandwango. We've started creating some of these passes. Now, a couple things I wanted to emphasize was they are free for a business to be a part of, and they are free for people to sign up and use. So we have already created a couple. We've created a Ogden Savings Pass, right? Again, in which anybody as a business can offer a deal, and we have tailored that towards our meetings and conventions as they come in, right? That was our first one we tried, and that is a deal-based pass. Basically, you can go to our website, you can find the pass. People can sign up. Once you sign up, it is not an app. It is a link they text you. You can save the link. We just didn't want to make anybody download an app, right? And then you can go through all the businesses that might offer a free coffee or something like that, and then redeem that. And people can only redeem those coupons once. We also have other passes that we're working on that help people explore our community, from an outdoor rec pass, which has a lot of check-ins. We're also going to use this for Ogden Restaurant Week this year. So I just wanted to emphasize that, again, it is free for a business to be a part of. And if you get reached out to by someone from Bandwango, it is not spam, right? And please respond, because they do a lot of the outreach, and they're trying to help you become part of something that could get more visitors and more people into your place of business, okay? So if you have any questions on it, please let me know. You can check out our Ogden Savings Pass for a general idea. But basically, this is a tool we're trying to use to help people disperse and explore our community, both resident and visitor as well.
So, one easy insight of clarification on what does that look like on the net? You have to have your facts, but design, like what they reach out.
So basically, the reach out takes about 5 minutes on average, they say. They just need your general information. If it's a savings one, you're going to offer a deal. They need the details of that deal. And then they need your logo, right? And it is GPS activated, so people check into your location and they can't activate. They have to be physically there in order for anything to work, right? So it is even that way for when we do our outdoor pass to check into a trailhead, right? You have to be at the trailhead physically. Yeah. But they say on average it's 5 minutes for business to sign up. And then once you're signed up, you're always signed up, so we can just reuse your information if you're part of another pass. So. Yes, so we did create a public art, I believe it's a outdoor art trail. And this one is gamified, meaning instead of each location check-in offering a deal, it is a game in which you go to a certain amount of places and you can be entered to win different prizes, right? We've been told by Bandwango this is a really awesome way to engage people and have them explore your community. So this hits, I believe, all of our public murals and public art installations, in which people can see them on the app, go check in, and then after certain amounts, you win a smaller prize of little postcards or potentially a T-shirt at the end. So.
You know, the girl over here, because she's really fun, actually, their attention. We prefer them to that path because it's a great walking tour, there's a lot of information and background about the girl. And so it's a great way for them to self-guide through all the awesome part of it.
Along those same lines as well, if they're interested in the public art, we have our Ogden Outdoor Rec Pass, which is our aligns with our Pledge for the Wild initiative. If you haven't heard about that yet. And basically, if people are interested in outdoor recreation opportunities, this pass has pretty much everything, right? From all of our trailheads to our resorts to golfing. So if people are interested in those activities, you can always direct them to our passes page. And it has our savings pass, our art pass, our outdoor rec pass. It is, yeah. Any other questions?
If they emailed me, I 100% deleted and unsubscribed.
That's why I'm here.
How do I get another email?
I'll send the contact out Haley so that she can send it as well, and then tell everybody. We'll have Band Wango reach back out to people who haven't responded yet. Yeah, we figured that happened to a lot of people because it looks like spam, because you're like, wait, what the hell is that? So, yeah. Any other questions? Yeah, we can talk about Restaurant Week. Restaurant Week is taking place November 4th through November 13th. We have 20 restaurants, downtown local restaurants signed up, and we're very excited this year. It will operate through Band Wango. Right? So the menu will be located, each restaurant's menu will be located on their listing in the Band Wango page. You can go check in once you're there, and we're gonna have a much better idea of who participated, where they're from, and then be able to contact them as well. One really cool feature with Band Wango that we're setting up is automated responses. So if somebody is having a burger, right, and we know that they're there because they checked in for the deal, and then about half an hour later, it'll text them and say, hey, so there's an ice cream place just a few doors down. You should go grab ice cream, right? So we're setting up all those automated responses to help people explore the community more. So if you have ideas around that, please let us know. But yeah. Oh, yes. So Restaurant Week this year has, last year, obviously, whatever last year was. This year, we are going back to ways in which people can go out and participate in Restaurant Week and view a menu, but it is not on the past course menu or lunch and dinner menu. It is now one menu with 6 to 8 items individually priced that are hopefully an experience that is not normally on the menu. Right? So you'll be able to participate and have something that is a unique experience that you wouldn't normally get at that restaurant, right? So each restaurant will have 6 to 8 individual items that you can see on that pass. And as well as we'll have some paper menus as well at all the restaurants. Okay, so it's not lunch and dinner set price. It is each restaurant will have their own menu with their own items, all set at their prices that they've set. Okay. November 4th through November 13th of this year.
Yeah, so help us spread the word on that. That's big change and it's a big change.
Mm-hmm.
Really kind of fits like the model of us collaborating different restaurants.
Yeah.
Thank you for working so hard. We've done a lot.
Thank you. And it really mirrors a lot of other restaurant weeks throughout the country as well. It's really starting to follow kind of that model. Yes. You can't. Obviously, if it's restaurant by restaurant, so you can make a reservation at the restaurant if you feel it might be too busy. But no, you don't need it. You don't need to reserve a spot for Restaurant Week. You can just go participate during the week and order off of the Restaurant Week menu. So, yeah.
You're working too hard.
Any other questions?
You might want a reservation if you try to go to Trust.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you everyone who just presented. And I just wanted to say really quick that we as the Ogden Downtown Alliance do sit on committees and boards for all of these different projects. And we represent the local businesses and the downtown at those meetings that we go to between Kim and myself and the rest of the staff in our office. So if at any point you have questions about these projects or you're wondering where they're at in the progress or you have an idea, please share it with us. My business cards are on the front table. The liaison district cards, they're on the front table as well. And then our info at ODA cards are there. So if you ever need anything, please reach out to me because we're in those meetings all the time, but we just wanted to give those groups that space today to provide you with those larger picture updates. So next, I'm going to welcome Michael from our office to talk through the remaining of events of ours for the rest of the year. Yikes, guys, what's happening?
Hello, everyone. I actually haven't met everyone that's here. So yes, my name is Michael, like the boy. It's spelled, as you can see on the agenda, a little bit different, but
I'm happy to see everybody here. It's exciting to be here with you guys. I cannot believe it's already September and like we're finishing out our events for the year. Darren's, I caught him on the grass at Farmer's Market the other day asleep. I took a picture of you. I'm like, I should pull it up. This guy works so hard, man. But we've got one more week of Farmer's Market left. This Saturday, of the big summer market. This Saturday is our last one. So if you can make it by, it'll go from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And this weekend is kind of exciting too because the fire ride will be in the amphitheater to celebrate 9/11. So it's going to be a fun weekend. Next weekend, the 18th is Harvest Moon, as well as the start of Fall Market. So Fall Market will be from 8 to 1 in just the 300 blocks, so from Grant to Washington. And then Harvest Moon will be taking place from 12 to 8 from Grant to Wall. So, and then we have the New Hope Walk in the morning in the amphitheater. So quite a big day for the 18th as well. After that, well, I guess I should say, so Fall Market does start on the 18th and will run through October 23rd. So it's a 6-week market condensed from what the normal summer one is. And it will still be the same time frame from 8 to 1. And then after that, on Friday, October 1st, we've got our historic 25th Street car show. And that is going to be running from 5 to 9. And then that will be it for events for the year. So we're wrapping it up. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, thank you all so much. Oh, I should plug in, please, 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 business owners, be open during our events as much as you possibly can. I know everything's kind of crazy right now with staffing and everything else, but while we're having these events on the street, if you guys can be open and doing specials and promoting your business, we would love to support you. Also tag us in anything that you're doing, especially during those events. We will absolutely share everything we can to support you guys. So, okay, thank you. Yes, the 300 block only.
And I just think we all need to give all of you guys a shout out. We support Magic with that market every week.
Thank you.
Like I have been in town this whole summer and I used to just run, it's my favorite thing to do, just walk the street and see the blending of our community, the color, the dogs,
All the dogs. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you as well. Good. You guys are going to make me cry. Stop it. It was 17 this year. Yeah, so we started 4 weeks earlier than normal. So it May to September this year. I feel like it's the fastest year ever. So it's kind of funny. I think moving it up an hour instead of going from 9 to 2 really made a big difference. Yeah, I know Daily Rise can talk to that for sure. And it just, that last hour, we didn't have much participation just because it gets so dang hot on the street too in those summer months. And so I think it's been good overall and we're excited about it.
I mean, obviously the street way too crowded right now, I'm not telling all of us, but
Hey, we planted those flower pots, guys. The ones on the ground. Hopefully they last a little bit longer. You know, we're actually having a meeting about that this week. Oh, okay. So it is going to be all 3. So it'll be from Wall to Washington as. Yes. Yep. We do have people registering and it's just about full. So it usually ends up being just a little bit over 300 vehicles on the street for that car show. Yeah. That one, we will most likely close the street in the morning, just like a normal event, because of all of the load-in that needs to happen with porta potties and different things like that. But we will get detailed information out to all the business owners on 25th Street before anything happens. Yeah.
so our we had to make that decision at the end of last year. Not to make it 27 minutes now, but we do get the process. Do you want to mention surveys? I know.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So at the end of summer market, so probably next week, business owner survey will go out, just asking how farmers market has been for the businesses, and any comments or feedback that you can give us, and just to make things even better. So be watching for that. It will come in a newsletter or on. Okay. Yeah, so we'll send that out to you guys. If you wouldn't mind just taking a couple minutes to fill it out, it really helps us, one, gauge what we can do differently, but two, an economic impact, so we can get kind of a feel of that as well. So if you'll take a moment to do that. Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much.
So I just wanted to mention really quick before I get into our ODA updates, the bit that Michael said about being open and visible during these events. While yes, we host these events like for the community to come out and participate, on our end, we really market them as a walkability piece for the downtown and highlighting what the downtown has to offer. So a lot of the things that we're promoting on our stories on Instagram or on Facebook or things like that are what the businesses are doing that already exist here, like the brick and mortar businesses, and how that complements these events and how the events complement those. So we really want to promote you all and help you all as much as possible and really get people downtown to the event. But then while they're here, trap them, no, I'm kidding, but help them expand and walk around and then get into your storefront. So definitely really important piece there. And then she also mentioned the merchant guidelines for the events, which is, you know, the when, where, why, how, all of the things for those on 25th Street for Car Show and Harvest Moon. And I will bring those around to you, as well as posters that you can hang in your window. And we actually have Spanish and English posters for Fall Market available at the front. So if you want to take, like, the front here, not the front climbing club, but so if you want to grab that on your way out and then hang a poster or two up, please feel free. I just wanted to give a few brief ODA updates. So number one, as you may have seen in our last couple newsletters, we launched a downtown business directory on our site. And this was kind of something that we've been thinking about for a while, but we overhauled our website at the beginning of the year. And so we were able to have a new website, a little facelift, and a new directory. And we kind of were building this in phases. So it actually started last year in COVID, and we had like one per district, and then it was restaurants and eateries, and then it was retail, and then it was everyone. And then, so there's like 7 different versions on my Google Sheets of this directory. But now we have like a master list, and it originally started as street level businesses, but now we're actually going into these different buildings and figuring out who's in the little nooks and crannies renting space and who all is downtown. So please, 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 I have the little URL here. Go and look at your listing. And if you don't see yourself there, I know there are several new businesses, Plant Candy, the Meditation Collective, people that are coming downtown that aren't on that list yet. If you don't see yourself, please email me so that Thomas and I can get you on that directory. And then also, if you notice something maybe worded wrong, or if you don't love the image that's being used, let us know so we can update that. You can claim your listing. We've had a couple businesses, I think, do that. So you can kind of take ownership there. And this is just really unique, and it's nice because it will allow people to come and search the downtown at large if they're looking for wedding reception venues or a place to grab coffee. Everything, we want to make sure it's on this list so that we have a really great picture of the downtown and what it has to offer. And then kind of along with that, we have started up our Instagram takeovers again. This was something that we pushed heavily pre-COVID, but obviously last year things kind of were shifting and hours of operation were changing and things like that. But now with events coming back and with a lot of people being open again at full capacity, if you would like to take over our Ogden Downtown stories for the day and post a bunch of highlights and updates, if you want to take over the 25th Street story for a day and just kind of get that face-to-face with our audience. I know some of the business owners have smaller followings. Maybe if you're new and you're kind of building out your platforms, we have those long-standing followers. So if you want to jump on our page and then plug your page, that's something that we offer for you all to do. I know the Meditation Collective on Washington Boulevard, their grand opening is actually this Saturday. And so I think her name is Jenny. She reached out to me and wants to do a takeover for that event. And I said, amazing. So things like that, we want to be able to give you those opportunities to really be out there and sharing your story and your business with our audience and with Ogden. So if you're interested, send me an email and then we can get those dates worked out. And then I also really quick, I'm gonna go kind of out of order, but in line with the takeovers and marketing, we actually have a new hire on our team, but I think everybody in this room already knows her. Spoiler, it's Cameron, and she's in the back. Hi, Cam. And you might recognize her and say, wait a minute, didn't she used to work 100 feet to my left? And the answer is yes. So she used to be over at Visit Ogden, and now she is here helping us with our marketing efforts. And we are so, so, so excited to have her, and she is an amazing asset. So she's helping Thomas and I a lot with the social side of things and then with the updating of that business directory. So if you see her running around, that's what's going on, and we're so excited to have her. And then along with that, she will be helping me with our window decorating competitions. Okay, I'm really excited. Last year we did do these, but of course we didn't actually do trick-or-treating for Trick or Treat Streets because, well, I'll let you fill in the blank there. But this year we are bringing that back. And so we have our Trick or Treat Streets window decorating competition happening in October. And for those of you who are new, you might be wondering what. So we created these events a couple years ago to kind of, again, help promote walkability in the downtown and get people really moving and spending and shopping local, all of the things. So we like to challenge all of our local downtown business owners to decorate their storefronts in any way that they want for either fall or for Halloween. You can go as wild as you want. I know Endless Indulgence goes all out. Usually things are moving and screaming at you and singing, and it's amazing. You can put little like ghosts in your window. We've had people just put pumpkins and like hay bales out. So cute. I love it. I'm here for all of it. So we challenge everyone to do that. And also it gets dark earlier. So then we want you to have your lights on and have the street look warm and welcome and inviting. So it's just a fun way for all of us to come together. And then we have the community walk through and we promote shopping local and shop small this fall, which is something that we are going to be rolling out next month as well. So that will kind of go hand in hand with Trick or Treat Streets. And then as we're promoting shopping local, we'll have QR codes for participating businesses. The community can take their phone out, scan, vote for their favorite, and then we'll have prizes, little cute pumpkin and skeleton trophies at the end. So it like sounds so like, but I just love it. It's a cute little grassroots event, and you will definitely be hearing from me and seeing me running around for that. And then in November/December, we have Window Wonderland. Same type of thing, but it will be holiday themed windows, but the same exact concept. So I will be sending out more information on both of those at the end of this month and the next month as well, but I wanted to put that in your brains now. And then while I'm putting things in your brains, I know I saw a couple people have already signed up, but we are looking for prize donations for the car show from local businesses. So usually every year for car show, we have our bigger awards like from the mayor and like the fire like department, like all of that. They come and they pick their favorite vehicle, but we also have that available for local businesses as well. So if you want to donate a gift card from your business, or maybe like a small bag of like freeze-dried candy perhaps, or a gift card like basket car, just donate your car to the prize. No, I'm kidding. But if you want to have like a little basket or something, or a little bundle of goods, you bring that to the car show and then give it to the info booth, and then you can go out and pick your favorite car, and then they will receive your gift as a prize. And so that's just a great way to put your name out there, and you can leave your business card, your social handles, things like that. It's just a great way to participate in your community. So I will be coming around in person to talk to you more about that when I deliver posters for Harvest Moon and Fall Market and other events that are coming up. And then if you have any other questions, feel free to email me. But those are my updates. Yes, Kim?
So it's super exciting to have all of you here in person. I know that it's not on the agenda, but there are a lot of you that here, and so we kind of went faster with if we went around and just introduced.
Yes. Yeah, usually at the beginning of these meetings, we do roundtable updates, but I just, for the sake of time, was like, we're going to hold off on that. So I think now if we want to go around, if you want to introduce yourself, if you're new to the group, I'd love to hear from you.